Well, I say every day. It's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
We're not qualified.
Who are you?
Explorers in the further regions of experience.
If you do not listen,
Then the hell with you.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 168th episode of Screaming Into the Void. My name is Samuel the Infamous. I'm super late and behind and had to catch up on a bunch of stuff, so I just kind of let these guys, yak backstage while I was working on stuff, and I didn't bother to let you guys know we were going to be late. So here we are. We've got Caucasian Sasquatch.
Here
And
I am. Lord.
You. So, I don't know if anybody else is going to be joining us today. We've got, the usual gang. They have the usual things and all that stuff. We might be having some new people down the road. We'll see what happens, that kind of thing. But we are here now. We are live on Twix, YouTube, and by some miracle, Rumble. It was a whole thing. It turns
Not
out
a miracle. That was dedication, sir. You did it.
As a point of interest for those of you looking to stream on Rumble, you can't plan ahead with that fucking platform.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's one of the things in the paid feature of their streaming shit. If you buy into it, yeah.
You can do premieres, but I don't think they actually count towards your streamed hours from Rumble Studio, which is irritating.
I don't know. It's just all I know is I tried to set up the stream yesterday about this time because I was trying to get ahead of things so I didn't have to do this in the middle of the night last night. And it was fine up until I went to actually get the stream rolling. And then, Rumble ended the link. So I had to go set up a whole new link. It's a whole thing. It was, yeah. So we are on Rumble, though. It is what it is. I mean,
I'm sorry, Rumble.
None of these platforms are exactly ideal. They all have little issues here and there, but yeah, we're in all the places, all the things. Well, not all the places. I mean, we're obviously not on Kick. We're not on BitChute. We're not on any of the, half a dozen other ones that nobody's ever fucking heard of.
I would like to try one of those random ones. I say, let's do a grab bag one next week. And we just, you do one and I'll do another one. And we'll do two different brand new freaking platforms and have nothing happen on them because that's the way it works.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I'm not even on any other platforms. Like this is it. Twitch, Rumble, YouTube. That's the only.
I think it's relatively easy to get monetized on Kick, but it's a bit of a cesspool though.
If it catches, that's the thing though. It's easy if you get it. If you don't,
you have to catch that wave right out the gate or you're fucked.
Basically. I mean, that's what I did with YouTube. That's why I have so many subscribers is I started right when they started the shorts program and I uploaded shorts right out of the gate. And I haven't done that in months and months because I discovered something. My sense of humor and YouTube guidelines do not happy bedfellows. I have been under a strike for 4 of the 5 years I've been operating my channel. And I was under a what do they call it? One of those warnings that never go away. Mine went away. It just went away. So I guess after a certain number of years, and I don't know how many it is, they will go away.
Lucky you. Mine hasn't.
I know. I remember asking you about it last time you mentioned that you had a warning. I was like, really? That's weird because mine went away.
What was your warning for specifically?
Right, specifically, the warning that I got was live streaming copyrighted restricted content, which was the Audible version of not Audible, but Audio Box. Is that right?
Sure.
That's the public.
Yeah.
The open source thing. Anyway. I went there and I looked through and I found a decent copy of the Ebenezer Scrooge and all of them, that shit, for Christmas. And I was going to do a Christmas stream while I was gaming and do I can't remember the name of the freaking book. The Three Fucking Ghosts and
Christmas Carol.
Thank you, A Christmas Carol. Jesus Christ! And there were 3 different choices, and I chose. I listened to all of them and thought about it and decided to choose one. And I was playing in the background, and I got took down. And it didn't tell me what I was taken down for. It was just like an email that stated that I had infringed on copyright. And I was like, okay, that's crazy. So I went and I got a different, like, Christmas Carol's what, fucking 150, 170 years old?
Something like that.
I mean, it's
The actual book, yeah.
It's okay. So apparently, in order for you to play A Christmas Carol, you have to read it yourself or something. I don't know. But all 3 of the versions that were on LibriVox, that's it, that was on LibriVox, were copyrighted. And I mean, like, heavy, hardcore takedown strike, and I couldn't stream for like a month or 2. Then they gave me a warning for it, that they all, and this is the thing, the warning typically is just a warning. Hey, don't do that shit. It's bad mojo. They'll take you down or whatever. They'll take the video. But I actually had like repercussions. I couldn't stream for a couple of weeks or a month or something. And it was supposed to be just a warning. I thought that was really weird. And then
that happens when you get strikes, man. I don't know why they would.
I know, but it came up as a warning. That's the thing, is like, I think I got a strike, and then they realized I'd never gotten a strike before. And so it went from being a strike to a warning, and this is the first one I ever got. So I really didn't know how all of that worked or where to go look at it or any of that stuff. And so I wouldn't have necessarily noticed until, a little while later.
Yeah. I mean, so I've had
noticed,
one.
Honestly, I just 1 second. I didn't notice until I tried to stream.
Yeah.
I couldn't go live.
Yeah. I got emails. I got all kinds of fun stuff from that. But so I have one warning that's still on my channel. It's been on my channel forever, and I have had 1 strike, and which is no longer on the channel now, but for some time. But both of mine, neither of them had anything to do with like copyright or like fair use or any of that. The first the warnings for hate speech and the strike was for medical misinformation.
I'm really surprised that I've never ran afoul of that type of stuff, because I don't know. I guess I just shut that shit down before we get over there, because I know how they are.
Yeah. So, and the hate speech thing, it was, I mean, I kind of get where they're seeing that, but it was just like, it was like, what's really funny to me about this, I know I've said this before, but what's really, really funny to me about this is, so what I used to do, and probably should get back into at some point, is I used to take longer versions of, like, how I'll clip out, snippets of conversations and make shorts out of them. Well, I used to take longer versions of that and sort of just bookend them into separate videos, so you have more of the context of the conversation. And I did one from a live stream from one of the Star Trek Engaged live streams. We had Dermy Wormy on. It was the only time he was on as a guest, and he was at the time kind of riding this whole Gitler thing.
Hitler.
Yeah, gay Hitler.
Okay.
And, and of course he was directing a lot of that at our friend Adam, who is a Jew. And they were both on there and all that stuff. And there was some stuff about, like, you see, he just wants to put me in a goddamn oven. And it kind of goes on for a while, but it's really funny. The clip was really funny. They hit the clip, like the video, after I put the video out. It was up for, I think, a total of like just under 8 minutes before it came down. Right.
God damn.
And
speedrunning that shit.
It was awesome. Because that was just enough time to watch it and then click the button to take it off.
Yeah, the very first admin that saw it took it down. That's exactly what I thought about it. Yeah.
So and I appealed it, and the appeal came back in 8 seconds as a hard no.
God damn it.
I got a suggestion for that. I've seen this work. So Dusty has probably one of the greatest backstage conversations I've ever heard recorded. And it was uploaded to someone else's channel, someone who was involved in the conversation and got a strike like before he finished clicking the button, it was struck down. And then one of the other guys put an AI over it and it flew and nothing happened for a week.
Yeah.
and Dusty come back. He's like, so is there any way we could sanitize this and make it work? I said, absolutely. Take an AI, do like a claymation oral moral or whatever his freaking name was type overlay. And it's the most beautiful conversation about crackheads and meth heads to a person. It's like 4 ex-meth heads on a panel having a conversation about what it's like to deal with meth heads to someone who's never met a meth head. And it is the most hilarious freaking thing. Dusty goes on this tirade of like, how many lighters do you have? Outside? Can I your dryer? Do you have another flashlight? Would you like to buy a flashlight? I'm doing it imitating him, and I'm doing a bad job of it. When he did it, it sounded like the most natural series of things he's ever seen. And it almost, because we were backstage one day and he hit the button on it, played it, and I'm not even joking. I almost barfed. I laughed so hard. And it was him and several other, obviously they're all variations on a crackhead, a meth head, smack addict, whatever. But they had that conversation that happens when everybody's sitting around on the couch trying to find some junk with no junk involved. And it was, oh my, but it's also strikeable. And so what we did was broke it down into a whole bunch of little shorts that made it less offensive as a lump. And so instead there's a discussion about a light bulb. Well, what do you do with a light bulb? Well, first you got to unscrew it.
See, the thing is, I know exactly what you do with that light bulb.
No, dude, that's the thing is anyone who doesn't know would hear this conversation and still not know. You got to know first, and that's the worst part. Because the whole time the dude that has no idea what's going on is going, "What do you mean? What does that mean? Well, how do you do that?" And someone's like, "Carefully," and the other person's like, "With grits." What are y'all talking about? Look, we're speaking perfectly clear English. It's just that you don't know what we're talking about. You can't follow it.
Well, I just keep all out of context. It's all broken up, right?
Right. I just keep picturing the bargaining aspect of that, where it's like, do you want a flashlight? I got shoes. Do you need a shirt? Looks around. I got wallpaper. Do you like carpets?
Yeah.
No, so dude. I've heard that conversation happen. Like I physically sat in a room when that conversation took place. Heard it, and then I hear it on YouTube, and it's a bunch of ex-junkies doing exactly the same thing, and they're just imitating it, and it was flawless.
You know, see, like that's I guess one way to get around it. I don't know. It's still the video's still up on Rumble. I showed it to Abe a couple of months ago, but the thing that gets me is that not only was my appeal rejected out of hand within like 8 seconds of my fucking submitting it. You know, I got the hard no. The live stream it was cut from is still up on YouTube. Still has no restrictions of any kind on it. It didn't even get so much as a freaking copyright claim from Paramount, which never fucking happens on that show.
They must have thought you were trying to distill the hatred down into one clip.
Yeah, it's still on there. You just have to watch the whole fucking live stream to get all of it. It's so weird how that worked out, but that warning to this day is still on my channel. The other one was because I was directly quoting the son of one of the former founders of the WEF, calling for, shall we say,
population control.
No, he was calling for justice against the people pushing for population control. And the part where I was saying why he was calling for said justice, and I was again directly reading from his direct fucking statement. Got us hit for medical misinformation. We wasn't even talking about medical shit for the most part, but it got us hit for medical misinformation because this was right in the middle of all of that shit.
Right.
And it didn't just take my channel down. It took the other channel that we were streaming to down as well for a week, which is why we're on Rumble in the first place. Because that's when I first, got onto Rumble, because I had to stream that weekend. I had no other choice but to find another outlet. And
weird how government agencies and private corporations were never brought to task over the exact same thing.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. And that's also why, Sasquatch knows the risks. Right. But that's also why I generally discourage other panelists from restreaming to their platforms, is because sooner or later, I'm going to fucking say something.
And the only reason I'm willing to take that risk is I'm really quick at disconnecting. I might not get there in time, but I doubt it'll be a nuke from orbit by the time I get it loose.
Yeah.
It might be a strike, but I ain't got none right now, so we're good.
Golden.
But yeah, that's generally why you don't see this get restreamed to a lot of other, like when we have other guests who have their own channels on and all that stuff, they don't, I ask them not to, because I don't want to take the risk that if I take my channel down, I don't want to take your channel with it, kind of thing. So, and I said the same thing when so I opened up on the community tab the ability for the community to post here a couple of months ago. No, not one of you has taken fucking advantage of this, I might add, but it's available. Really? No, nobody has.
It doesn't notify us, dude. Like, we would have to go to your post and notice it. And I might have noticed it.
I announced it at the time in the post.
Oh, I see.
Well, so now that you've mentioned it, troll mode activated.
Hey, you know what? The only thing I ask is that don't put anything in there that's going to get the channel taken down, because that isn't solely my job.
Actually, I don't think that would actually damage your channel. If they post it there, it has to go through YouTube to get there, and so YouTube filters that shit before it goes up. Well, it would damage his channel.
Take all the wind out of those fun sales.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Dog, do the hard knot.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, for those of you who were not aware or missed the thing or just didn't take advantage of it, yes, my community tab is open to community posting. Has been for some time, actually. So
I thought that was just for the special people.
Dude, I ran a poll asking everybody if this was a good, if this was something they wanted to see or not. And they were like, oh yeah, do it, fucking do it. And everybody was like, yeah, I'm going to post all this stuff. And then nobody ever did. So it's fine. Like, you don't have to, but it's available.
Oh, no, hear me out. You're responsible for what happens now. You invited me. See, I haven't been uploading anything to my channel that doesn't come from various creators that I've been interacting with for two reasons. One, I have this deep and abiding hatred of streaming alone. I just, it feels really stupid to me if there's not some level of interaction.
Yeah, I'm the same, really.
Yourself in a room. Yeah.
I don't hate
it. I like it, but
fucking camera, bro. Like, I can sit and talk to myself in a room without y'all here. Like,
legitimately, if it wasn't for streams like this that I do, I live in total silence. And talking to myself just feels kind of weird.
Well, I talk to God, and I feel it's the only way I can have a decent conversation with an equal.
Yeah.
I think mom would just slap me.
I was going to say, if there was a way for my avatar to take 3 steps back.
Right? Well, that's actually a reference to Braveheart.
Yeah.
The crazy guy, it's my island.
Yeah.
It's at this point that someone says, well, I talked to imaginary Hitler, and it's fine.
The Almighty says he could probably get me out of this shite. But he's pretty sure you're fucked.
Wow. Y'all watch any Amazon stuff at all?
Yeah. Every now and then.
I did. I don't have access to it anymore.
There's this new animated show. It's called The Mighty Nine, Nien, The Mighty No.
I've seen a poster for that somewhere.
All right. Are you
Can't say I'm familiar with it.
how TSR fluent are you? I mean, how much D&D can I get away with before I have to start explaining shit?
I read some of the Weiss books back in the day, but I was never like
spelled like
involved
no.
in. Yeah. Spelled like
nine.
the German no. I was never really into like the actual D&D stuff, but I did read some of the lore and all that.
Okay.
And then when, of course, WotC bought TSR, I was made more familiar with some of their stuff. But Margaret Wiseman. That's it, Wiseman.
Oh yeah, that's some good ones. Let me like.
Yeah. Ardent Party. Well, Dragonlance is.
Let me run it like this. You know how when Odin travels amongst the pores, he travels as a old man with a crooked staff and a
big hat,
blue cloak, big hat. All right, he's referred to as the Wanderer or the Traveler, right? So one of the characters in this cartoon has an quote unquote imaginary friend who's a god, is always busy and doesn't talk to any of her friends that she talks to all the time as if he's there. Here's the weird thing about that. That could be any number of gods. You need to be careful around her. She might be telling the truth. I know you think she's schizophrenic, but this is a magical world attached to the multiverse of planes, and the Traveler does exist somewhere. And so what happens when she asks for help and he actually shows up? Then what are you gonna do? Is the question. So maybe be nice to her just a little bit.
Yeah. I suppose. I don't know, man. But all right, so we're 22 minutes, 22 seconds into the show. That was weirdly timed.
There you go.
I'm gonna say hello to the chat because we just kind of got right into the conversation. We sort of are continuing a conversation that started like 10 minutes before the show started. But we've got Old Blindie in the chat. Welcome in. See Scotty Waddles with us. Hello. Didn't mean to skip you guys. I'm trying to make up for it now. Ardent Party, howdy. Good to see you, my man. Dad Man Walking. Welcome in. Good to see you. Oh yeah, Anna was going to try and make it tonight. John Denicola, welcome, buddy. Scrolling down, we got Smooth the DJ. Howdy, man. Good to see you.
Smooth.
Hope all is well. We have Danny's Thoughts. You know, I like that handle. I do. It's a no nonsense. Tells you exactly what you're in for. Appreciate that. It's a good handle. We got Shadu of Hawk, who is not with us tonight on the panel, where he should be, getting berated.
Yep. That's where he belongs.
With Aaron Lauren with us. Howdy. Good to see you. Let's see. Scroll. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. It's been a freaking weird morning, afternoon thing. All wine, welcome in. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Close enough. I think Ashton works as well. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. Don't go with that.
Okay. I mean, the problem is that YouTube is doing this thing where now we have to look at your ats and not the actual preferred handle. So I'm just kind of going from that. So if I don't recognize the handle, I'm just gonna kind of make it work. I do the best. Okay.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. I'm not going to remember that. We have Anthony Montana with us.
I'll have the same conversation the next time we're doing this time.
Right. We may have had this conversation before. It's a whole thing. I'm terrible with names as it is, and now YouTube wants me to associate handles that I can't see anymore with ads, and sometimes the ads are wildly different than the handles. So, like mine, for example, is the same on YouTube, but it's not on Twitter. Not at all. So,
yeah.
Anywho, I appreciate. It's dumb. It's completely stupid, right? And I think it's Honestly, I think it's a Tower of Babel thing. I think they want to break up communication between people who know each other, or pseudo know each other. It is the internet, but that's kind of what I think, because I think it's otherwise there's no fucking reason for doing it, none whatsoever. Because you can't click on somebody's fucking shit unless you are the channel owner or a mod anyway. So what's the fucking point?
I encountered something strange in YouTube, and it seems to have slacked off. But for a little while there, my autocorrect in YouTube would autocorrect to the weirdest shit, making me sound like a moron. So, like, I'd go through a type, and it would take a grammar thing and change it to mean something else, like the whole sentence, not just a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it irritated me to such an extent that I just stopped making comments, because I would have to type it out and then go back and read it to make sure it hadn't corrected some stuff to make me sound like more. It would like remove a out of the middle of a sentence. It would just, and so it changes the context of what you're saying. It was really creepy, really, really creepy. And it seems to have stopped, or maybe I stopped commenting so much and don't notice it.
Yeah, like my autocorrect, my spell check on my phone is goofy sometimes, right? On its own, right? It's plenty goofy on its own.
I think they've definitely gotten worse over the years.
It has, but it's also on certain platforms, YouTube in particular, and actually I've had a bunch of problems on Twix with this too. It will change things to say something completely different. It's not just saying like, oh, I think you meant this word, and then it's just like you have some weird random word that doesn't make any sense in the context of the rest of the statement. It will change the actual context of what you're saying with a word that would fit in if you were saying this other thing, and it's starting to get on my fucking nerves.
Right. Yeah. I thought I was the only one that noticed it. I thought I was nuts the first couple of times it happened, because the way I found out about it is somebody responded to it, and I went and read what I originally put, and I had to go in and edit it.
Right.
Which means that the response no longer makes any sense. So now I have to edit it and fix, respond to the response. And by the time you do that, 5,000 people, they 500 motherfuckers bitching at you because some AI out there thought you meant something else.
Well, the worst part, like with Twitter in particular, check this out. So I will type out a whole thing, right? And I have gotten into the habit of going over it 6 fucking times before I press send, right? Because I make mistakes, and I don't like typos. So I have fat fingers, so a lot of times my O's then turn into 9s. It's a whole thing. So I do try to make sure that it is correct and it is what I was saying. I mean, sometimes I fuck up here and there, but what my problem is when I press the send button, at that moment it will choose to autocorrect something.
That's
right.
I had another issue. Now, this was with a very earlier channel, one of my troll accounts that, I don't know, it was one of like 10 that I kind of wore around like a human meat suit.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I like the fact that you casually say one of my troll accounts.
Yeah.
Well, he had like 300 of them, so.
A couple of different cycles. I kept about 156 active because that's how much would fit on the spreadsheet. But there were basically these 10 that were different aspects of my personality that weren't fully assembled. I don't know how to explain it, dude. I don't know. I was just trolling. Just trolling, bro.
They see me trolling. They're hating.
They're always hating. Whether I'm trolling or not. The hate is thick in YouTube, bro. Like, you can't go anywhere. Okay, there's an old saying. It's one of the greatest old sayings in all of old sayings. You can't make everyone happy all the time.
No, that's 100% true.
And if you're not making them happy, they're pissed with you.
Yeah, and you can't make some people happy all of the time.
Some people you can't make happy ever.
Yeah. So, logical conclusion, try to make everyone unhappy all the time.
Now, that is accomplishable.
I actually agree with Abe on this. I think misanthropy is the only sane response.
We can do that. It's what makes us human that we do not. Yes, it is fully accomplishable. I could ruin every everyone's life within the breach of my influence.
Yeah, and we're
Sweet.
gonna get to some life ruining stuff here in the show here shortly. Real quick, Anthony Manzano is new to the channel. He came in last night for quiz night on Abyssal Musings, and we do those periodically over there, which I hope you enjoyed.
That must
I
be
enjoyed
very
it.
confusing.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a weird thing if you're new to the channel to like come in and be like, okay, why are these guys doing this, and why are they yelling at the guy running the thing? Well,
Because that's
there's
what
a
we
lot
do.
of history there.
I mean, if I didn't chastise him 3 times a show, he wouldn't think it was actually. He'd ask after the show. He'd ask me what I was doing while we were
Right.
streaming. He'd be
Right.
like, "What had you busy? Or what do you do?"
So, but to answer your question, man, what do we usually talk about? So I think I skipped off on it at the beginning of the stream, but usually I'll just start with this is Screaming Into the Void, the show where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like, which is true. We talk about all kinds of stuff. Sometimes we have set topics that we go through. Occasionally there's news items. Sometimes it's like weird science shit. And sometimes we just start talking and you end up with like 2 hours of free form nonsense. So it's really a bit of a grab bag, actually.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, welcome in, and that's on this channel anyway. I can't speak to Sasquatch just because obviously that's his, but on this channel, this is the flagship show. This is the main thing that we do. Sometimes we've got a large panel, sometimes it's just the 3 of us. And then Abyssal Musings is kind of the other show that we do, and Larry actually runs most of that, but it was something he and I started together like 3 years ago, and the rest of it's just like game streams and nonsense and whatever. So I do I also, for your edification, I did it last week, but at the end of every month I do a solo stream with just chat and me. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to quantify, and I think that's part of why we don't do so good in the algorithm, is because YouTube also finds it hard to quantify. Part of why,
apparently.
Yeah, the other part of why is probably the hate speech thing that I got hit for like 2 years ago. But
what do you when on YouTube you had to go click a box that your content is this type of stuff?
Right.
What box did you click? Do you remember?
No.
Was there a random shite button?
It wasn't.
I know for a fact there was not a random shite button available at the time.
Right, so most of the time I classify these streams under the entertainment section,
Right.
because we can get away with a lot more under that than we can under, say, news or whatever. And there's not really like you can have a podcast tab on your channel, but there's not like a podcast category on YouTube. There is one on Rumble, but there's not on YouTube.
Right.
Which is stupid because that's like 90% of the sphere that I move in, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to be more confused. I mean, yeah, maybe.
You'll catch up, dude. Just get in, start swimming. The river will kill you. No problem.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Like we might give medical misinformation and historical revisionism and all sorts of terrible things, but we do not give financial advice.
No, we do not give financial advice.
I have been told by every black creator that hates me that's racist. That I have a racist name because it's Caucasian Sasquatch. And if you met me, I'm really white.
Yeah. We also don't give medical advice, as our ticker here says that Sasquatch had me make special just for him.
It's not medical advice, but do crack, folks.
Dude, no. Drugs are bad, okay? Don't do drugs, kids.
Oh, that's the other thing. We make a lot of really bad jokes. So, Mario Delgado in the chat. Hello, welcome in. Clue, good to see you, man. He's not racist with places
Clue?
untied.
What up, Clue?
This is the way, indeed, sir.
I don't wear laces, bro. I wear retard shoes. Get it straight.
So we do
only Velcro,
and also just because I gotta do the shill thing. I'm not gonna shill like a bunch, but just a little bit, I'll put the ticker up. You can
just
also,
a wee bit.
if you want to support other Sasquatch's channel or mine, here are the Cash App links. I'm not going to do my DSP impression because apparently I need to work on that and all that. But yeah, if here's the thing. Again, speaking only for my channel, none of my shit is behind a paywall. None of it ever will be behind a paywall. None of this is ever going to be obligatory. But if you feel so inclined as to throw money at me like I'm some kind of dirty stripper, I will happily accept it like the capitalist pig that I am. So
I might even dance a little bit.
Yeah, and it's pinned at the top of the chat.
It's not pinned anywhere on mine, but it is in the description on my side. So feel free to throw money at me like a cheap hooker. In fact, I can tell you with absolute authority and religious conviction of my belief that it will return upon you tenfold because of your generosity.
Right.
Oh shit! I'm fixing to do some Southern Baptist ministry if I don't stop.
I mean, look, folks, if you donate to Sasquatch, it's just going to end up in my pocket anyway, because then he throws it at me to make me dance on stream. So
this is really accurate here. As soon as I get it, I make it look stupid. Feel free.
Right. So anyhow, let's get into the things that we got here in the backstage. All right, what was this? I don't even remember what order these are in. It doesn't matter. We'll just get to them when we get to them.
All right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. To preface this, I saw this the other day. Now, this is an AI video, folks. It's very obviously an AI video. In the same vein, if you've seen those those Sasquatch videos, the AI ones where he's going around with like a GoPro and shit, it's kind of got that sort of feel to
just it. 42 Zens and they're starting to kick in.
Right. But I came across this and I figured 'tis the season, and I thought it was funny as fuck, and Gal's not going to yell at me for, playing an AI thing because she's not here. So
you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hey,
let's go.
All right.
Let's do this.
Get on the ground, Santa! You've entered the United States illegally! They're presents for children! It's Christmas! This thing has no record! Call in the tow truck! What the hell did he do to these deer?
Put him down.
The light bulb to his nose! You don't understand! Shut the door! You can't do this! Ah!
They glued a light bulb to his nose.
Ow! That's real, you pricks! Let's go. You can't support me! I have delivery! You can't do this! I'm a sovereign citizen!
Oh no.
I forgot about that.
Hold on, I want a piece of that though. Let's back up, take a look at the situation in its full. Homeboy is not utilizing our roads, by the way. I remember it. Santa Claus flies through the sky with his magical reindeer. That is American airspace, but if I remember right, if you keep it under 500 feet, you don't even have to register that shit.
No, you don't.
So I get the tow truck, but you can't.
Man, this is some government overreach bullshit. That's what this is.
Hilarious.
To finish him.
Oh, holy spirit!
Oh shit! You'll be fine.
Just walk it off, rub some snow on it. You're good, bro.
Fucking goddamn Laplanders coming over here giving presents to the kids. Motherfuckers.
I mean, I thought that was the funniest fucking thing when I saw that, because it is a season. Like, did you guys see Fat Man by any chance with Mel Gibson and Walton Goggins?
I think I
Probably
have a hemorrhage in my brain to wipe that one from my memory, but I suspect
that movie's great.
I'm watching it.
That movie's great, but it starts out with, like, obviously at Christmas, Santa's got to go out and do the thing. Well, when he comes back from giving the presents, he's got to go give himself some medical attention because, one of the pot shots that kids were taking at his sleigh actually pierced him. Or like, what was it? Nightmare Before Christmas, right? Doesn't the government start shooting at Santa?
Oh God, I can't remember where I saw this shit. I'm pretty sure it's early internet shenanigans. Somebody edited a bunch of like Top Gun. Like, it wasn't Top Gun. It's like
Jack Skellington. They shoot at Jack Skellington while he's impersonating Santa. That's right.
Yep.
And in this bit, it's like a 3-minute long video, and basically it's a series of scenes from various Christmas movies of Santa flying, and then the dogfight scenes from Iron Eagle edited together so that it's basically chewing Santa out for invading American airspace.
Right.
I can't remember where I saw that crap, and I wish I could just go and pop it up. Next one's up.
Yeah. Real quick, does PETA have an issue with Rudolph? I mean, they might, but they kill puppies, so fuck them.
Well, Rudolph is by definition a mutant and would be taken in by the SCP Corporation.
I mean,
also, he's technically the ringleader.
Right. It's like, you don't want him falling into PETA's hands anyway, because they're just gonna fucking euthanize him, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
And I have no problem saying this. I'm one of the people who has been blocked on Twitter by PETA because I said this a lot to them. I tagged them all the time. I was like, "Hey, quit killing puppies."
It's because they're a bunch of cunts. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Well, PETA's terrible. They're terrible.
Yeah. We want to save this creature by annihilating it.
Right.
Where's the fucking logic? Well, okay, so I can give you the bullshit that's in their pamphlets, but it really just won't pan out when it comes down to it.
No.
What they're doing is killing animals in order to call the weaker of the yada yada blah 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 and eliminate as many strays as possible because they're just a dearth to society. You know what happens if you get rid of all those cats?
Yeah, you get a rat problem.
Wild dog problem, because the rats will move in, the dogs will move in and start eating the rats, but it'll be small dogs, which is nightmare. It's like Chihuahua bats. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Within 2 generations, those dogs won't be so small.
Right.
Damn,
Well,
Jack
I mean,
Russell.
yeah, right. Don't be little Jasper, dude.
No, there's I just don't want to hear it from people who make a practice of euthanizing record numbers of animals. By the way, in their home state, they kill more animals than all other private and state run shelters combined. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
On a weekend. And so I don't want to hear from them when they talk about like, oh, well, why would you kill this innocent little pig? I was like, because he's fucking delicious.
And it tastes,
It reminds me of, we were talking earlier about Man in the High Castle, and that whole thing about his son deciding to have himself offed, basically, because he was regarded as a cripple.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that. It's like reading one of those manuals and going, "Oh, death is a mercy. It's perfectly fine. These animals are fine. Leave them be."
I agree. And, I'm not one for... Look, I don't like cats. It's a well-known fact that I don't like cats. I get made fun of constantly because one of the very first things I ever did on this show, on the first episode of this show, was bitch about cats, right? It's a whole thing. I don't want to see cats being fucking euthanized in record numbers by these assholes either, though.
Yeah, he just doesn't want one.
I just don't want to be anywhere near the fuckers. I treat cats like I treat gods. You can be over there with those people.
Do you believe in cats?
I don't think I need to believe in something I know for a fact exists.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Well, in that case, I guess he exists.
So anyway, that's the other thing for new folks coming in. We tangent a lot, and there's a lot of really poor humor. So buckle up.
A lot.
Speaking of which, so this was a news story that came up. Apparently, this really happened.
All right. I have an observation before we start.
Oh, yeah.
We bred bulldogs and beagles at different times. And we would train up bulldogs as hunting dogs for catching pigs and whatnot. And we would train up beagles for running raccoons and whatnot. And I noticed something. About 20% of the population of dogs, if given access to alcohol, will drink it. About 4% will seek it out after they've encountered it. They will go through absurd lengths to get drunk. I don't know if that's the same percentage in humans, but it does seem to follow raccoons.
I know bees have similar rates of alcoholism as humans, which is strange.
They kill the bees. They kill the bees. They deny the bees access to food until they starve to death, or just kick them out, cut their wings off.
Yeah,
if they're alcoholics. Because if they stop,
which
dancing,
weirdly doesn't generationally compound.
Well, you know, they're
the
like,
draw.
Sasquatch is right. They get excised from the hive because a drunk bee is an unproductive bee.
Yeah,
right. And the reason they're excised from the hive is because they fail to dance properly.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds wild.
No, they can't walk a straight line. I get you.
Yeah,
right. They're not talking right. They're retarded, and so they cut their wings off and throw them out of the hive.
They're slurring their steps.
They're slurring their steps, sir. The reason it doesn't compound generationally is because all of the worker bees are females and they're infertile. The only one that would matter if it was an alcoholic would be the queen. And the worker bees probably, by dint of this, yes, it does compound because the worker bees won't bring her alcohol.
Yeah. So I guess the genetic component remains ever more, regardless.
Right. It excises alcoholism from the entire society. It's just not done because no one does it. Anyone who does gets tossed.
Like Clue's saying is mosquitoes won't bite you if you're drunk. I don't think that they won't ever bite you when you're drunk because I've been bitten while I was drunk, but they don't do it a lot because, you know, it's poison.
You've never been in a Georgia swamp. I don't give a fuck what you're drinking. These goddamn drain your ass dry, bro. I don't give a fuck if you're swabbing.
Those are hillbilly mosquitoes, man. They're drunk already.
I was going to say this is probably the reason why I haven't been bitten by an insect in 25 years.
You haven't been in South Georgia. Come on over here. I'll find you one to bite you real quick.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's take a look at the thing about what I'm calling trailer trash panda.
Legit.
Yeah.
Legit. Mm-hmm.
And according to social media posts by Hanover County Animal Protection and Shelter, a raccoon broke into the store the night of Black Friday and ransacked several shelves. They have masks, don't they? The animal became intoxicated, then passed out in the bathroom. The sleeping raccoon was discovered Saturday morning.
Head right near the toilet. We've all been there probably at some point in our lives, right?
A little too much.
An officer brought the masked bandit back to the county animal shelter to recover. So yes, that's a lot of liqueur for a little raccoon there. The raccoon slept it off for a few hours and showed no signs of injury. Bounced
Apparently
back.
it wasn't that much then.
He did some liqueur and then did some parkour.
Yeah, she's like, that's a lot of liqueur for a little raccoon. Obviously not if he just slept it off and was fine. He's clearly
Who the
done this
fuck
before.
pronounces it like that, though? It's fucking liquor.
Well, no, there's liquor and then there's liqueur, which is...
Liqueur is a very different,
Yeah.
Do you know that there is a process by which raccoons are domesticating themselves in urban America?
I had heard something to this effect. Yeah.
So some of the things that are happening, and they're attributing it to people feeding raccoons like they're cats, right?
Yeah.
Their muzzles are shortening a little bit. Their ears have gotten a little bit bigger. Their mask has become slightly more defined over the past 100 years. And they've become generally fluffier and cuter.
Lepo's absolutely right. Fuck the French. I'm going to stop saying liqueur altogether.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it liquor.
Liquor.
As in,
in the front.
I'm gonna liquor.
Liquor.
Careful now, careful.
We're gonna say it with the hard
My
L.
liggers.
But this is humorous to me because, like, obviously, I think this. First of all, I think this little fucking trash bandit has done this before.
Yeah, sure.
Because they said, he was only asleep for a few hours and then he seemed fine. Like that's alcoholic behavior,
That's
son.
functional alcoholism.
Yeah, he probably just had a bad day and he's like, "Fuck this shit, let's go to the shop."
He's probably getting the jitters because he hadn't had his fix.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I think I don't know. It's hilarious to me though that they.
Hold up. I think I know what happened. He crawled in one of the air ducts, fell down on top of the bottles. Some of the bottles broke, and he was like, "Ooh, liqueur." So he parkoured into liqueur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll go sit in the corner.
This is a small store. It's a small thing, but it's still it's very funny to me. Like I don't.
It's
think,
still funny. Yeah.
Like we get inundated daily with horrors, right? Across the world is like nothing but awful shit. And to a degree, I would say that alcoholic raccoons are probably a bad thing long term. But
maybe it's a response to the former.
Like sooner or later,
maybe even the raccoons are like, "Man, this world."
Sooner or later, he's going to end up like holding up like the Kents or the Waynes in a fucking alley somewhere, because he needs them pearls to get his face.
Hey kid, you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? It's like, what the fuck did that raccoon just say?
Right.
It's like that raccoon said something.
Somehow, I think you're blaming.
Why is he dressed like a 30s gangster? Why has he got a gun?
It's one of the short Tommies,
right? Man. So I actually I was dicking around with Grok's like computer generated imaging system a couple of months back. When back when you couldn't get it to put like the proper number of knuckles or fingers on a hand,
right? When they bend backwards randomly,
right? Or they just have like weird fucking extra digits growing in the webbing between the thumb and forefinger, kind of thing. Anyway, so around that period of time, I was trying to come up with something that fit with the whole crackoon thing, right? So for those who don't know, there's a movie that I haven't seen yet called Crackoon. It's, you guessed it, about a raccoon on crack. Anyway, so I was trying to figure out a way to get this image to show me like raccoons making like crack deals in back alleys and shit, and like holding people up with guns and shit like that. It's
legit.
None of the images turned out well or anything like that, but every once in a while you get one where the face on it would just look like so sad and like malnourished. It was really fucking funny.
Yeah.
But that's it. That was the whole thing. It was just an idea that I thought was really funny, especially coming off of things like Meth Gator or Cocaine Bear or Crackoon. There's one about bats too. I don't know. I think they're on amphetamines or something, but
Batfetamine or something.
I like the way you think.
So, but yeah, and so you see stories like this, and you're just like, you know what? That's pretty fucking funny.
Long story short, even the animals are having a grand old time.
Right. I mean, it's nice to see something that just puts a smile on my face, even if that is clearly self-harm that raccoon is committing.
Hey,
also,
don't knock it.
Also, how are you going to get restitution from a raccoon, right? How the fuck's that going to happen? Right. Most of the time, a drunk breaks into a liquor store and breaks all their shit and drinks all their stuff and passes out in a bathroom.
Well,
he's getting charged and he's going to have to pay all that back.
In the most litigious society on earth, I suspect someone will find a way.
Methamphetamine? That rolls off the tongue, methamphetamine. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Anyway,
okay.
So one of the more serious things that I did run across, and we discussed this last night on Beelzebub on Devil's Channel. a little bit. Abe was there too. We're kind of be retreading old ground. But the only reason I brought it up is because I didn't have a fucking topic for that show. So otherwise I would have just saved it for this one.
We also didn't really go into it with any degree of depth. As such.
Right. So, well, that's because we had like 10 people arguing over each other. So,
Can I do my autism?
Yeah, most likely.
All right. So, if you notice, this has a newly unwrapped painter's tarp, right? It appears to be Tyvek on a white background. So basically, that's white drywall behind them. This is not a desk that he's sitting at, by the way. It appears to be like a lab table, like you'd find in a hospital somewhere. The actual thing that's laid out in front of him, I'm not sure what it is, but it has some writing around the edge of it, down over here and over there. And they appear to be measurements, if I had to guess. Possibly the back of wallpaper, maybe. Of course, we have the flag. The firearms in question, 45, 9mm, double barrel shotty.
I think Devil was saying that the scatter gun was a 10 gauge.
Perhaps. Yeah. But the gentlemen in question are obviously very white because they've made a lot of effort to hide that fact. This dude in the middle is translucent. I can see through his mask.
I admire his tan.
Right?
So, about the whiteness, right? They are in fact white.
Yes,
according to what they're actually saying. What we're looking at here is what do they call themselves? The
incels.
New Republican.
This is the New Republican movement. Yeah.
Which is
they are essentially ethno-nationalists.
Well, they're the grandsons of the IRA.
Yes.
You know, or at least that's what it appears to be. So,
that's the implication.
They make their intentions known.
The ironic thing is, as well, is I mean, they could literally be the grandchildren of people that were in the IRA. But they are as ideologically as far away from someone like Sinn Féin and the IRA and its aims as could be.
Sinn Féin was like, I think, the only organization to its nature during the time of the Troubles that actually achieved any real political power, right? Because then they become recognized as essentially like a represented power in the whole UK thing.
They were incorporated as part of the peace process under Tony Blair.
They were commies.
They were Marxist revolutionaries. They weren't nationalists in a way that these people are. That was a front.
Yeah. So anyhow, if we want to go ahead and play the thing, and I warn you, it is thick Irish accent, talking through ski mask.
If you don't understand British and Irish accents very well, this is going to be a tough listen.
I've already got it handled, Abe. We're going to stop occasionally and have Abe translate for us. Since he's steeped in Irish tradition, all green and shit.
The people of Newry, Mourne and Down. We, the New Republican movement, have watched their councillors and MLAs over the past 12 months. The level of disrespect shown to the people who put you into power, this cannot be ignored any longer. We are proud men of Ireland. We are patriots. Your policies and decision-making regards to flooding our communities with undocumented military-aged men is not acceptable. We will not sit back any longer and watch our culture and religion destroyed by the people we put in power. Also, the sexual indoctrination of our children in schools has not went unnoticed either. The New Republican movement will take immediate action against anyone who threatens our ways of life.
So right here,
our women and children. We have your address.
Before he gets into the direct threats, nothing he said is incorrect as far as like what's been happening. You know, and I like I said last night, man, I totally agree that something needs to be done, and I completely understand their mindset on this. I do, because
I could do a brief translation for Americans
you should.
who might be struggling.
Yes, please do.
Okay, so roughly what they're saying is, fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young Irishman got it bad because he's not brown.
Thank you. That makes so much more sense now.
Also, stop touching our kids.
Yeah, stop touching our kids.
Yeah.
And more
That's the gist of it.
Stop telling them it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ready to go?
You know?
Yeah.
I don't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Abe? What?
There's not much more left to this.
Yeah. No, he just says the thing. Yeah.
And knowing your movements. Every one of you are legitimate targets as of today. The New Republican movement, the 28th of 11/25. To the people of Newry, Mourne.
Yeah, that was it.
We, the New Republican movement.
So he is talking, I assume, to the politicians. Now, Ireland had a kind of abortion of an election here last month. Yeah, you got your hand up. What?
If what's the likelihood this is a government front? If this happened in America, if somebody did this in America, I would assume those are feds. Those are feds.
It's entirely possible that they are. That's why we're talking about it, because we don't know.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, like if this was like fucking Patriot Front or some shit like that, we'd be like, all right, why don't you go back to your FBI field office or whatever? Fuck off.
Right.
If this were the Irish Proud Boys, almost certainly, but
well, here's the thing.
I don't think
the Proud Boys aren't fucking feds. It was a group that was started by a comedian that got a bad fucking rap, and then some shit happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, all the Proud Boys ever did prior to what was his name, Enrique Tarrio, their fearless leader. He ends up all he did to get in prison was to I think he took and burned a pride flag. That's it. That didn't belong to him.
Well, as I understood it, the whole January
also
thing.
He was accused of white supremacy. He's not white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's something, you know, Dusty's an ex-Proud Boy, right? And going, like, having watched through some of the old videos and stuff he's got of things, it's a very diverse group of people. It'd be difficult to call those people white.
Very much. And prior to Enrique Tarrio and getting arrested, and prior to the January 6th stuff and all that stuff, when they got, like, you know, real hammered down on, all they ever did was pay attention to where Antifa said they were going to show up, and they'd show up and push back. That was it. It was all they ever did.
For the most part, they just yelled at them.
Yeah. Usually didn't come to blows because most of the Proud Boys actually went to the gym on occasion. You know, and frankly, your average Antifa member is a bit of an asparagus of a man.
Asparagus of a man. Yes, sir.
Hey, True Pop, welcome in. Good to see you, brother.
Yo.
True Pop's good people. He's also a English living person. So, as in lives in England. I think it's England. It's the UK. I'm not sure exactly where. I never asked. It's not really my business. I'm not trying to dox him.
I've been on a few streams with him before, but I've seen him around a lot lately.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit in common with Paul too. They're both Polish in origin.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, no, True Pop's good people. Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
But so assume for a minute that this is not a fed up, right? It's a fed up.
Okay, then some very spicy times are in our very near future, and it may set off in Ireland.
I think, and the issue that I'm having with this isn't so much, like, honestly, I think the Irish people do need to do something to take their country back. Like I said, they had that abortion of an election a couple of months ago. I don't even know who, or last month or whatever. I don't even know who won that. I just know that there were like a bunches and bunches of ballots that were sent in that crossed out all the candidates and wrote in the 10-year-old girl who had very bad things happen to her very recently.
They didn't count those votes.
No, I know they didn't count those votes. You know, I was wondering actually because I didn't look that closely into it. How many people actually voted for one of the candidates in the election? Because all it would take was just the three of them voting if everybody else abstained.
Right. And that's not government. Not really.
No,
it's tyranny.
Well, it is tyranny. It is tyranny.
Sorry would be proud.
Yeah. Yes, English living. So I don't on the surface have a problem with what they said. What concerns me is that, and I said this last night, these appear to be younger men, right? And so they're most likely the grandsons or the great-grandsons of the various organizations who were car bombing churches during the fucking Troubles, right?
Yeah.
Now, my problem here is that a lot of these guys likely grew up on stories about how glorious the revolution was without hearing anything about the horrors of it.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want to see that happen again. I don't want to see them fucking like, you know, shooting down innocent kids who happen to be standing next to their preferred targets. Like this, I don't want to see a resurgence of what they colloquially call the Troubles, but we all know was a fucking civil war.
Yeah.
You know, like
my uncle actually served as part of the Black Watch during the Troubles. Now, in case you're not familiar, the Black Watch is one of the most elite military units throughout the history of the British Empire. It's composed almost exclusively of Scots and people who are their, you know, close relatives. So you can actually be born in England, and as long as your parents are Scottish, you can still qualify to become a member of that guard. And he told me this story once when I was young. I'm probably going to get arrested for this. I don't even know what I can say anymore.
Yeah, don't risk getting arrested, man. That's not worth it.
Well, it's a war story and it's not one of mine, so I can. Fuck it. So they were going through the streets trying to clear them of combatants, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they got down one street and then they came under fire and they couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And one of these terrorist maniacs had strapped himself to the chimney of one of the houses, literally wrapped himself to it. So we knew he was never going to leave that spot. And he was firing down on the troops that were trying to, you know, get the civilians out, trying to clear it, trying to get rid of these mad bastards. And my uncle actually shot him that many times after he took cover behind a car that all of his guts spilled out onto the roof and started dripping down into the street. That's the reality of street by street warfare. It's not fun, people.
Yeah.
And he was, part of me thinks he was kind of so ashamed of some of the things he had to do. He actually gave me his war medals. I have them. That's some real shit.
Yeah.
But when your democracy fails to serve its purpose, what recourse do you have?
Representative republic.
Yeah, sure.
And
how do you get there?
I don't disagree.
Violence.
But, the fact is, we have a saying in this country that I'm sure you've heard. That may have been said elsewhere as well, but I think it is the tree of liberty is watered with the blood of patriots.
and tyrants.
And tyrants. Yeah.
You know, which is an unfortunate thing. It really is. I look, as much as I rail on utopia being a myth, because it fucking is.
Yep.
That doesn't mean that I don't want to see a world where everybody's happy and, you know, go lucky and has everything they need and everybody gets along, everybody's healthy and all that shit. Like that would be a wonderful thing. It's a fucking myth. It can't happen, unfortunately. And in order to have even a semblance of peace, which I think personally, I think of peace as the lull between fucking conflicts. Right? There's no such thing as a lasting peace except in the grave. But I would like to see it. But it's, you know, the only way to get even a semblance of that, unfortunately, is to force it.
We are currently living the mouse utopia.
Yeah.
The primate version 2.0.
Yeah. Which also, if you know your mouse utopias, utopia is a misnomer. Utopia cannot exist.
Yeah. EU, not you.
Yeah.
Which is ironic.
Yeah. So that's, I mean, and I guess my issue here with this video, with this thing, is that I think I see where they're coming from, and I understand, right? Ireland, like a lot of other Western countries, is being flooded with immigrants who do not share the values, who do not share the culture, who are seeking to fucking dominate, you know, by sheer numbers alone. And I can see where that would be a problem. I mean, you're talking about a country who went to war, about 100 times in the last 1,000 years over religious differences.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of in their blood to push back against this sort of thing, first of all. But secondly, I see young people and I'm like, I know how this goes, and I know sometimes how it has to go. But that doesn't mean I want to see, you know, what comes next. Because what comes next is pretty fucking nasty.
Yeah.
We're back to
and
that.
It's going to come to the mainland as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to happen.
Well, it's cute that you
politicians need to start waking the fuck up. Otherwise, this bitch is going to look like Children of Men in no time.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Weimar is so much worse than Mass Utopia.
You know, they don't have guns or jack boots.
They got like mice chewing off their junk and like selling themselves on the street corner.
Yeah. Once you start seeing the mouse brown shirts, then you know shit's gone a bit sideways.
It's going down, bro.
Yeah, it's. But, you know, I think that them putting out this video, right, again, I'm going from the assumption that it is not a fed op, but instead of fed up. And I like how I phrased that, so I'm going to keep using that. I think it's very clever.
Hate the player, hate the game, bars.
Right? But I think that is... Ireland's not unique in the sense that this they're on the edge, they're on the boiling point, they're on the very tip of the next thing. They're not the only ones, but they might be the only ones to have this group might have been the first to come out and actually announce something like that. You know, which is not inconsistent with their history, even their recent history.
Oh, the Irish are ballsy. I'll give them that much. They'll be the first to stand up and say "fuck you."
And they did just say in the video that anybody who voted for these awful fucking things is a legitimate target. Specifically, I think they were referring to the actual elected officials and not so much like individual voters. Because if they start going down that fucking road, then you're looking at like internment camp shit.
Yeah, there's going to be no one left.
Yeah,
and at that point, what country do you have?
It would be England.
Well,
yes.
It'd be the first time somebody's built a country on top of bones. So,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure every nation is built on a pile of bodies.
Yeah,
all of them.
Some of them are just more efficient at accumulating those bones than the others.
I guess my concern isn't so much.
Look at you, Rhodesia.
Right. it isn't so much a concern as it is just an observation of repeating events, right? History rhymes with itself. And the fact of the matter is that in a lot of cases, even when you're legitimately going to battle on behalf of the children of your people, the children of your people still end up the most, the casualties.
Yeah.
One way or the other. Right. And I'm sick of that. I got a thing about kids, man. People who hurt kids are an enemy of the species, in my opinion. And I don't care what their fucking ideology is.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you harm children in any way, you are harming the future.
Yeah.
So I hope they think this shit through, man. I really do. But I also don't want to see them overrun with something that's going to destroy them anyway, either.
Well, on that point, though, from their perspective, who is potentially going to do more harm? The people in power that are allowing the things to happen that do actually involve their children, or actions that they might have to take to stop it?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
It's not an easy question, and there are no easy solutions.
Well, no, it's not. And I mean, look, in my country, it's not unusual for young men and women to sign up and go off to war and be soldiers and patriots and that sort of thing. And the fact is that their parents are essentially giving their children to the grinder, the meat grinder.
Yeah.
And I understand that, and I don't have to like it though, right? And as a parent,
Sure.
I absolutely hate it. Hate everything about it. I mean, but the fact is all wars are fought by children.
Yeah.
In one sense or another. And I don't know. I don't really know where to go from here with this. I just be careful, Ireland.
Master back.
Yeah. And that's also true. That'll lead us into the next thing, and it'll get me off this little maudlin rant here.
And I noticed something on this, and I'm going to poke at it when you get to the end of it. Tell us about this.
Go for it. So apparently,
God damn it, Spain.
Spain's fucking up the the groove again.
Fucking hell.
Oh, again, not inconsistent with their history, right? Franco was a thing. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was almost 100-year-old reference for some of y'all.
Right. You want to see what I noticed? If you scroll down one, there's somebody bitching about masks, but the next one, apparently you're going to have to wear masks in Ireland.
Oh, the irony.
Scotland. My bad. Scotland.
Yeah.
Well, the Scottish government's so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
they always have been.
They are trash.
More Marxist dickheads.
I think you're going to start seeing shit like this pop up all over fucking Europe again, because especially in certain countries, because some of those countries are not in fact ruled by the people that you elect to rule them.
Yeah, they're actually ruled by mafioso and freaking like cartels, and you just don't know.
I mean, we know who these people are. They fucking announce themselves, right? You're talking like WEF, fucking, the UN's is their stooge. Fucking King Charles answers to them.
And did you see that clip the other week of Ursula von der Leyen in the EU Parliament addressing a completely empty Parliament? Because no one gives a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. If I was in the position of one of them there boys, I'd dress like Darth Vader too. Fucking Emperor. Damn right. I'd be wearing paint right.
Oh, yeah.
Fletch, I will agree that George Soros is one of them. Certainly, he's the money guy. But he's not the only one.
You know where that money. See, this is why I keep asking. Who actually won World War II? Like
we nope. We went down
we're
this
back
road
here.
once before, and
Where's Shadoo?
I made a clip out of it. It's hilarious.
Oh shit! Shadoo's possessed Sasquatch. Fuck.
no, I'm just
No, it was Sasquatch who asked that question before, and Shadoo just kind of popped off with the first answer that came to mind, which
I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. he was of course
Didn't think that
referring
one
to
through.
the Swiss. At least that's how he backpedaled.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think he really was referring to the Swiss.
The
He didn't
Swiss.
understand that when you say the bankers, a lot of people don't hear the Swiss.
Right. That's not
The Swiss. Yeah. Quotation marks.
big ones. Anyways, blue spike in Spain. They want everybody to mask up. This is another one of those. Spanish flus.
I mean, here's the thing: we already had like a Spanish flu. It happened 100 years ago. Killed a lot of fucking people.
Yep.
Right, and a lot of it
originated in the United States.
Were killed because of the same fucking policies that they tried to implement this last time around.
Yeah,
it wasn't necessarily. The disease did kill a lot of people, but it was a much more virulent strain than a lot of things that we've seen. And now the flu is endemic.
Right.
And it does still occasionally kill people. They just don't write those numbers down because it's fucks with their other numbers.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny to me how for
I should put the other
14 days.
I was going to say, I was just looking at the ticket. Let's put the medical one up.
14 days, it didn't seem a single flu case occurred.
Yeah, or cold.
Nobody
right?
Cold, no flus. If you got
it's almost like that just went away.
Yeah.
Those statistics vanished. It's
just like magic.
Just like magic.
I mean, I don't know how to respond to that, Aaron Lauren.
Well, I mean, I do got to admit, it was very nice to be able to sit at home and nobody mess with me except for the hookers and drug dealers.
I have to be perfectly honest, right? Aside from that forced stretch of not working for like 10 days, where I was supposed to stay home, I didn't because fuck them.
I hate fishing.
Yeah, I went shopping.
Yeah, there you go.
In a public place with no mask.
I don't even leave my house anymore, so it's not going to make any difference.
You know how I dealt with it? You know how I dealt with it when I would cough or whatever, and people would look at me, and I did this even when I've been doing this ever since. People will look at me when I cough real hard, and I'll look at them and I'll be like, "Don't worry, you can't catch cancer." And then I give them sad puppy eyes, and then they get real weird about it, and they walk the fuck away, and they'd stop giving me shit. So
either that, or just give like a really throaty cough and say, "Don't worry, it's just AIDS."
Yeah,
you can catch that. You're not wet, are you?
Are we the baddies?
We might be the baddies. But the point is like during that period of time, I was like, it didn't really affect my life all that much. I lived in South Dakota when all the mandates came down. Guess where they didn't happen? South Dakota, right? I moved to Wyoming when they were lifting what few restrictions they actually did impose. Right. So it didn't really alter my experience or my life whatsoever. Hell, I got a brother who lives more or less like Abe does. Never interacts with people unless he fucking has to. Never leaves his house unless he has to. Right. It didn't really impact his way of life at all. So,
I mean, back then when it first happened, it fucked everything up over here.
Yeah.
On top of the country being fucked up already.
Yeah. Well, that's why I always laugh when people talk about the lockdowns, because I was like, I never saw any lockdowns because I was in states that didn't fucking do that to their people.
Yeah.
They did it here. They just didn't do it to me for whatever reason. I built an aquaponics system in my backyard during this time period and then went and fished up a bunch of fish to put in it.
Sweet.
Yeah. That's actually I mean, if I want to get more fucking evil, I suppose. And when I tell them I got cancer and because I'm coughing, I was like, you can support cancer research with this link.
No, just what you could do is just really confuse them and just cough, and then when they look at you funny, you say, "Don't worry, it's only gonorrhea."
I'm a terrible person, man, because I'm considering it.
And they're like, but they're not connected.
No,
it's like, yeah, I know. I just wanted to tell someone.
That's good times, good times. But this whole mask things again, they're going to start putting these fucking paper doilies on people's faces again and cause them to breathe in their own carbon monoxide again. You know, and
chin diapers.
You know, none of it's going to stop virus. Like, I mean, I didn't finish the sentence, Sasquatch. Don't worry. But
it helps ugly strippers.
I mean, yeah. But if you're in a place that hires ugly strippers, like, is it really a concern for you?
But if you're wearing a mask, does it matter? I'm talking bitches with bad asses that you hit from behind because you don't want to look them straight in the face while you're doing it.
Right. I'm just saying, like, if they weren't wearing masks before and you were okay with going there already and they hired ugly strippers, like, why does the mask make any difference?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the silver lining, bro. I know your desire to suck all the fun out of everything is overwhelming, but leave this.
All right, you can have your ugly mask strippers. That's the one thing they don't take off, right?
Damn right.
Hey, you know, Jackie Gleason used to talk about this. You know, Jackie Gleason used to talk about this. He's like, who the fuck wants to look at a naked woman? It takes all the mystery out of everything. Put some fucking high heels on her or something. You know, leave a little mystery.
Yeah,
Jackie Gleason was a bit of a
can see that.
man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Never really went to strip clubs. I've been to like 3 in my life. I don't really. I just don't. I'd rather have a conversation with a chick and then have her blow me than sit and watch her dance around on a table.
I agree. I don't. The only real time I ever spent in strip clubs, which it was not a lot, because I find the whole thing fucking degrading. I'd rather just, like, you know, if I'm going to do something degrading, I'd rather do it in the dark where nobody sees the exchange of money.
I've never been to one, and I have no interest in going to one. I don't see the point in them.
If we're going to do some degrading, stuff, I want to do it in a well-lit room. And if it's really, really degrading, we might have to
film it.
Yeah, film it. Yeah.
If home chicks do that kind of thing, I'll be damned if I'm gonna let the opportunity slide.
Oh no, I don't want no record of my passing.
There's a phrase we have over here: "In for a penny, in for a pound."
Yeah, I'm familiar with that one too. No. Look, if I'm gonna do some degrading shit with a chick, and we're both gonna come out of it with our souls darkened, no, I don't want any record of that shit.
Fuck that! Broadcast it to the world.
So here's the thing: when we die, and you find out there is a Saint Peter, and he's standing there looking at all the deeds of your life, I'm gonna be going, wait for this part. This is fucking sick, dude. Look at what this bitch does.
He's just there. No. He's just there giving you a high five, and he's like, "Bro, backdoor slut's 59." I was like, "No, you're thinking of 69, dude."
You ever gave a chicken
some of my finest work?
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. It's the whole. There are very few times I actually spent in a strip club. Getting back to that, almost all of them were business related. So I either had business with somebody else.
Technically, all are business related.
That's not what I'm getting at. I was like, either I had business with someone else who chose that venue, or I was making deliveries to the strippers and their pimps, because some of them were also hookers.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. Usually of a powdered variety. Don't worry, it wasn't anthrax.
It was flour. They were ardent bakers.
Yeah. So no. I've always found just even being in a place makes my fucking whole skin feel greasy. So I try to stay out. And it's easier to do the older I get. I can just not go. You know? Like, I don't owe
Yeah, I
anybody
just
money.
don't get them. I don't get the appeal of them.
Yeah. Well, there's that, and there's also like what Sasquatch was saying. Essentially, the whole idea of stripping, right? You sit yourself down in front of the stage. She takes all the clothes off and shakes her thing at you, but you can't touch, or they will kick you out of there. And you're lucky if they don't break your fucking hands. Essentially, that's
Yeah.
like showing a photograph in a magazine of a loaf of bread to a guy who's starving to death.
Exactly. Yeah. Why would you bother? Why would you do any of that?
You took your wife to a strip club.
Actually, I didn't do it. See, it was a weird situation. We decided we were going to go bar hopping in Augusta. And then they were like, oh, yeah, strip clubs. And so we hit 3 or 4 strip clubs in Augusta that night. And we ended up, it was very strange. In Augusta, things are southern, right? And so, as absurd as this sounds, on the right side of the road facing west, you have white girls dancing. And on the left side of the road, you have black girls dancing, and anything else under the sun you might want to look for. Now, that is not to say there's no mixing. It's just to say that they tend to be grouped. There's nothing.
I was going to say, is this some kind of forced segregation?
I mean, obviously, Rosa Parks never shook her ass at the front of the stage.
Obviously not.
I'm just saying, we've got a local diner here called Dairy Lane, and back in the pre-segregation era, it had 2 sides to it, and one side was the white customers, the other side was the black customers. And if you go in there today, you will find those people sitting, their great grandchildren sitting in exactly the same place their grandparents sat.
Mm-hmm.
And it confused me.
One's called Dairy Lane, the other's called Chocolate Milk.
They don't even really do decent chocolate anymore, man.
Real quick. So Fiona Rawls coming in saying, I'm not saying y'all are pedophiles. I'm just pointing out that pedophilia
That's a
is
great
a deal
opener.
breaker for you if they will endorse your hate for others. So pathetic. Okay, so first of all, I have to be very clear about this. The only people I truly hate on this earth are the fucking French. So, and I think everybody, pretty much everybody else agrees with me on that. So,
yeah.
It is a weird entrance. You seem to be filled with a lot of hate, Fiona.
I mean, kind of,
yeah. Very angry.
I'm not even sure what the point is here.
It's to get a reaction.
I'm not sure where the whole hate thing comes from, too, because we've been pretty light on the political shit, except for the IRA thing.
Isn't a deal breaker for you if they will endorse your hate for others?
I think she's talking about this. Sounds like a hey, if you like Trump, you like pedophilia kind of. Is that correct? Is that? Am I drawing the correct conclusion from your statement here?
May very well be. I've met her. She taught me to twerk.
Really? That's impressive.
Hardwood floors, everything. It's great.
Sweet.
I mean, dude, white boy hips don't move like that generally. So that's impressive. That was achieved.
Yeah.
Sam. There is so much correct about that statement that I can't even get into it.
Look, it's our hips are just not built to move like that, man. They just aren't.
I'm just saying, we'll discuss it backstage later.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Oh man, what was the? I forgot what the other thing was. What was the dealio?
That's just somebody else's freak. Wait, is there another one? Did I miss one?
Yeah, it was the fourth one. I thought. Did we cover the fourth? No, we did. That was the Spain thing. Spain thing. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's.
Yeah. No, you got them. You got them all. We got them all. We just kind of been riffing a little bit. And all that, but yeah, no, I'm curious about exactly like, did I get the context correct on that? I don't think she's going to answer me. I think she dropped in to say that and then left.
Yeah, no, it's all right, so she's a multi-tour combat veteran decorated. She was once arrested for trying to burn down Mar-a-Lago with sparklers or something, with like smoke bombs, like legal fireworks. She's yeah, no, dude. Like there, like I said, we can discuss it backstage, and it might make a little more sense. But
yeah, I don't want to get anybody in trouble here. I'm just saying that the whole like calling us pedophiles or suggesting that we like pedophiles or that we're in any way okay with pedophiles is a bit of a stretch, I think, from pretty much anything we've ever said.
Yeah.
Definitely the wrong stream to be in. Yeah.
I kind of feel like there's projection involved.
I'm a wood chipper supremacist. I'm just putting that out there. Like, you touch kids, you've harmed kids in any way, man. Like, whoop, that's it.
Yep.
Fertilizer.
Ardent Party said earlier, tell Sasquatch about Vermin Supreme and the Monster Raving Loony Party. I'm pretty sure he probably already knows.
Supreme.
Yeah.
I tackled his presidential campaigns. Back during this last election, I tried my best to get Captain Curmudgeon to let me do a week-by-week update on Vermin Supreme's presidential run. He didn't even laugh at it, dude. He just stared at me, so disappointed.
Yeah, and I gotta make a slight correction to what I said earlier. So if you're out there, Fiona, if you're out there listening, slight correction to what I said. The French are not the only people I hate. The French Canadians I hate too.
I hate them more because they're not even real French,
right? They're somehow more insufferable.
Yeah,
you're good, Lupo. It's like you're cool, but for the most part, yeah, the Quebecois are worse than the fucking frogs.
Imagine going to a different continent and pretending to be French.
Even other Canadians don't like them. I mean, I get it. I do.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like us and Californians.
Do you know what the French think of the Quebecois? Nothing.
I don't think about them at all because they're under the British crown.
Yeah. They don't care about you.
Yeah. Which is fun to remind them of, by the way. If you go to like Montreal and be like, yo, you guys know that King Chuck is your king, right? It's not that penny waist over in France. Macron.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not him.
Nope.
You may speak his language, but you ain't one of him, and he knows it.
Yep.
Tabernacle. I don't think they do that with the Caesar. I think it's just tabernacle, but I don't know. It's a whole thing. Anyway. Yeah. No, that's really all I got. I had this one story pulled up about because I don't know too much about this thing I ran across on Twitter. There's a channel called an account called Fascinating, and they post all kinds of like weird shit from history and
I have a question, Sam.
Yo,
was it in fact fascinating?
Well, this kind of was, I thought. And I don't know, you may have heard about this.
Let's find out.
And also,
this is psycho shit right here.
Don't be a pussy.
No dark mode. No dark mode.
No, I don't use dark
fucking
mode.
Psychopath.
Dark mode is for fucking pussies and mortals.
Yeah, or vampires like me, motherfucker. Christ.
Devil doesn't use
I'm fucking burning right now.
It's evil. No, you don't understand. It is literal evil. It is proof.
Yeah, that's it.
Sam, I'm literally sat here on fire right now.
Oh, fair enough.
What the fuck is this?
That sounds like it's awful.
Yeah.
So in June of 2009, a man arrived in Sligo, Ireland, using the name Peter Bergman. I'm just going to read this out and we can talk about it. He checked into a hotel, paid in cash, and gave a false address somewhere in Austria, Over the next few days, security cameras caught him walking through the city, calmly and deliberately getting rid of papers and personal items. It looked like he was trying to erase every piece of who he was. On June 16th, his body was found on Ross's Point Beach. He had swimming trunks on underneath his clothes, and all of his belongings had vanished. No wallet, no ID, nothing to tell the world who he was. And despite major investigations, including international efforts, his real identity has never been discovered. No friends or family ever came forward. No records matched his face or fingerprints, which is impressive in, Britain. To this day, or, Ireland, no one knows who Peter Bergman really was or why he took such careful steps to disappear. I'm going to go ahead and click on that so it's a little more pleasant for you there. How's that? My eyes.
That's much better.
Eyes.
Yeah.
So I had not heard about this, but I'm assuming that somebody out there has, and it's just kind of an interesting little thing. Like what happened with this guy? Who was he? Where did he come from? Why did he go? Was this like a cat who knows its time has come, who goes off to like the far field or whatever to die alone? Is that kind of how this happened? Or
maybe.
What? Was it aliens? Was he just a skin suit?
Definitely. I'm not saying it was aliens, but
they were illegal.
It was aliens.
Yeah. So
yeah. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was Somalians.
They probably first.
It's like Arden saying fleeing the Browning. I mean, if he was doing that, Ireland's probably not the best choice. Yeah, granted, this was in 2009, so it was probably a good deal pastier than it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a strange little case about a strange little man who just kind of vanished, apparently. He left the body behind, but not much else.
Cool.
Yeah. So I don't know.
If you're going to leave anything behind,
Right. So have either of you guys heard anything about this dude?
No.
I got nothing.
Can't say I know the dude. No.
So it's O'Blind says he had a German accent and AH initial tattooed on his body.
Uh-oh.
I mean, he did give his point of origin at someplace in Austria. An Argentine passport.
Nice.
That's awesome. But it was just something that caught my eye. It's just like one of those quirky little weird human interest things that nobody, talks about too much. It was a strange thing. Indeed. Anyway, that's all I got on that. That's just thought I'd share with y'all.
Sometimes things just happen.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I don't want to know why.
Maybe it's better if you don't know. Some questions aren't meant to be asked.
Sure, that's true. So otherwise, as far as like topics go, the only other thing I had was a little clip of Mark Carney talking about we can't stabilize the climate unless we get to net zero, which is more globalist, climate crisis talking point bullshit, commie nonsense. I didn't really want to get into that today. I think we probably had a pretty good show, as it were, especially given how late we were coming. It's probably going to be a little shorter one.
We're only like 11 minutes late, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. So, and we covered all the stuff that I had prepared. So, yeah. I think
I've tried bringing stuff before, but then it just go an hour over and never get to it. I got some stuff on the list over there. I can scroll through if you want.
Hey, it's the weekend. I'm quite happy to go like 5 hours over. Let's do it.
I mean, we could, or we could just, call it a short one this week,
We could, but sleep is for the weak.
I didn't say anything about sleep. Maybe I want to go out and go to a bar and get some, woman.
After this,
or maybe you want to hang with your homies.
Maybe I want to go get some woman.
Good girl.
Bro,
I'm gonna go
so
take
gay.
my daughter to work.
What are you, Nick fucking Fuentes? See, he's trying to bait me into talking here. What were you saying, Sasquatch? I'm sorry.
So I've got to take someone home from work and then take my daughter to work after that. So
yeah. So no, it's it'll be fine. We can have a short one this week. We had a bit of a. We're pretty close to time anyway. By the time we get through with the outros and all that shit. So. All right. Well, thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for watching. Even you, Fiona. Thank you for coming.
Hey, a view is a view.
The fact is hate watching is still watching. So
yeah,
Sasquatch, you got anything coming up? Any plans in the works? Any shows?
Tomorrow, Blast Radius, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm not sure what he's got planned, but we're gonna do stuff. Probably gonna be funny. He's freaking hilarious. I find him funny anyway. Screw all y'all if you don't like him. Tuesday, Naughty Corner with AJOT. I have found one of the most nefarious videos I think I've ever seen. It's like the arrest and the interrogation, and it all goes off in like 45 minutes. So it's a pretty short one for a full fucking confession.
Stasis.
Diabolical stuff. And then next week it'll be back here, I think.
Sweet.
So yeah, there you go. Good luck.
Good deal. Awesome. Yeah. Also for the grift, it's at Cocksquatch on Cash App. So go give him money so that he gives me money so that I dance for you like a moron. Hey, what do you got?
It's Saturday, right?
It is Saturday, yeah.
Well, Sunday for me now. Tuesday I'll be doing the Jack and Abe show. Wednesday the Hump Day Chinwag. Thursday I'll be doing Stargate review streams with the full Aussie crew. Friday through to Sunday I'll be back with Abyssal Musings, followed by Beelzebub, the full Aussie podcast, Anime After Dark, and then I'll be right back here. And you can find me everywhere Abe's going to get you, and you'll see me in probably everybody's chat ever.
Yeah, he's in a lot of chats. He does a lot of the chat things.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. As for myself, you can find me here pretty much every week. Friday nights for Abyssal Musings, Saturdays for Screaming Into the Void. Also, I do a fair amount of game streaming lately. Been playing Sekiro, so if you want to watch me like be a badass ninja or get my shit pushed in, depending on what exactly I'm doing.
He's going full Elton.
Yeah, those happen. Those happen when I have time for them. So they might be one later tonight, might not. We'll just see what happens. But also, you can find me over on Adam the Renaissance Nerds channel when we do Stream of Consciousness Mondays, which I don't know if we're doing that this Monday or not. We were supposed to do it last Monday, but he was sick and I couldn't make it home from work in time. So we ended up canceling it. I don't know if he wants to push it or if he wants to keep the same schedule, in which case it won't be this Monday, but the following Monday, but it might be this Monday, and I'm not sure which. And also on Devil's channel for Beelzebub. The channel is called Beelzehub. And you can also find me later tonight, hopefully helping out my friend Amira on her channel, Exiled Lioness 2, where I moderate and produce. So otherwise, thanks for coming, y'all. Appreciate it.
All right.
Seriously, this is a good, I think this is a good show, shorter though it may be. So, pretty good time. Appreciate all of you, and appreciate my panelists. I even appreciate Gal, who just texted me and said, "I'm so sorry, I lost track of time."
Mm-hmm. I lost track of time periodically, around about the same time.
I am producing now.
One of these days, we're gonna have a produce off, and I'm gonna put two of you in like digital Thunderdome.
Yeah, you're just gonna see shit popping up on the screen and going back off over and over again.
It'll be glorious. Dude, we should seriously consider something like that. I think that'd be entertaining as fuck. Anyway,
be sweet.
You know how you do that, right? Throw a topic and then click the first person that gets something up on that topic. See how accurate it is and whether or not it's useful to the show.
We'd have to have a bunch of like rapid fire little topics for that.
Right. Something.
Yeah. Nothing that's going to take like an hour to talk about.
I want no part of this, by the way. I can't think what the topics would be, but I don't trust it. I mean, I'm pretty sure my browser history is probably dangerous enough as it is.
Right. So, all right. Well, that said, this has been good. We're going to get out of here now. You can find these gentlemen's links in the description below, as well as everybody else who sometimes shows up on the show. Even though some of them are supposed to be here every week and they're not. It's fine. You don't hurt my feelings.
It's fine.
Anyway,
it's fine.
Night, everybody. Remember, it could always be worse. It could be raining flaming cobras.
Bye.
Bye.